I honestly don't know when this video will finally load, but we've got to do the daily financial news anyway because that's what I owe you. And let's start off with pending home sales. And folks, all I got to say is nailed it. I indicated several weeks ago, if not a couple of months ago, that we were going to take out the cycle low for home sales as home buyers retreated, as the election and all of the nonsense going on in the economy was going to restrict demand even if interest rates fell. And lo and behold, folks, we got pending home sales now. That is the worst on record. Let me say that again. We are talking about the worst on record, taking out the cycle low of the pandemic low from March of 2020, folks. Yes, the housing market is in worse shape than the pandemic, when it was essentially illegal to sell homes. It is pretty mind-blowing. Folks, home sales were down 5.5%. Expectations were a positive 0.2. And last, of course, was a positive 4.8. Again, folks, nailed it. We were right. We are going to see a cycle low in home sales. Again, pending home sales, the worst on record. A couple other things to note of the day. Let's talk about Dollar General. I don't know if you've seen Dollar General, but their share price went down 25% as their CEO said, financially constrained consumers. The retailer cut outlook. Again, remember, folks, we've been talking about retailers in the trade down. We've talked about Nordstrom's to Macy's, Macy's to Target, Target to Walmart, and Walmart to Dollar General. I have to ask, does anything actually sell for $1 anymore? Are we just seeing maybe inventory selection and options at Dollar General really deteriorate as inflation takes hold? It's pretty scary to think about that Dollar General just lowered their forecast. Want to highlight Frank Old Guy REI for doing another amazing accountability group number 9, 2.5 hours, where you, the school members, were asking questions. In this episode, we talked and reviewed an inspection report. We talked about solar-powered vent fans, firewalls, ridge vents. Folks, I have to admit, I don't know what that stuff is, but Frank does, and the accountability group every Wednesday is the place to be. Again, pretty amazing. How about Q2 GDP? I don't know if you caught this, but Q2 GDP last was reported at 2.8. It was expected to be 2.8. Actually came in at 3%. So again, GDP is higher. I don't know about you, but can the Fed really cut rates with GDP at 3%? How about 3% GDP and weekly unemployment claims staying at near the cycle lows, 231,000. Estimate was 232. Last was reported at 232. So again, can we really cut rates in September with a 3% GDP and the employment market being relatively solid? I do not know. How about Fed President Bostic? Does he agree with me? I don't know. He is saying, still waiting on data to be sure it is time to cut rates. The last thing they want to do is cut rates only to have to raise them again. Folks, this is the 1980 scenario all over again, where Arthur Burns cut rates only to have the next president come in and raise rates. This is an interesting thing to think about. I've got 2 pages of notes, and it's really cold and really windy, so hopefully you can hear me okay. JP Morgan, the Fed has been shaken from the soft landing labor market to deliver steeper rate cuts. JP Morgan says, buckle up, folks. We've got 100 basis points coming in 2024. How about some earnings? CrowdStrike. Obviously, CrowdStrike had that nasty bug release or patch release that turned into the blue screen of death. They beat top line, beat bottom line, but lowered guidance. They actually estimated their impact from the computer outage would only be $60 million. I don't know if you heard this, but I think Delta is going for $300 million. Pretty crazy. Salesforce beat top line, beat bottom line, announced a $10 billion stock buyback. Affirm, buy now, pay later, Beat top line, beat bottom line, impressive growth. I have to ask you a question, though. Is Affirm, again, buy now, pay later, is it a good thing that they're growing in this environment? Is it one of those signs that maybe the consumer is super stretched, that they're resorting to buy now, pay later? I'm not sure. Call me questioning. How about NVIDIA, the most important stock in the most important market? NVIDIA beat top line, beat bottom line, but guidance wasn't quite what the market was impacting. There's expectations. There's the whisper number, and then there is NVIDIA. Pretty crazy to look at. How about an office in Chicago? Office in Chicago was once valued at $29.7 million, now at $8.7. Pretty wild. If you want to check out the address, 332 South Michigan Avenue. Shout out to Warren Buffett. Berkshire Hathaway is the first non-tech company to be worth $1 trillion. Yes, $1 trillion. It's with a T. Youth unemployment in the United States now stands at 9.2%. Youth unemployment is 16 to 24-year-olds. And then finally, Supermicro with a Hindenburg report, basically a short seller saying, no bueno, you've got some problems in your filing. And lo and behold, Supermicro kind of, I don't know, they stepped on it. They now have delayed a filing. Is this a sign that the short seller is right? Is it a sign of something else? I don't know. But at the end of the day, folks, that was a super fast daily financial news. It is literally freezing out here. We'll give you a scan of the horizon, and then I'm going inside to get warm. All right? Have a great day. Take care. Bye.